are cooking our Thanksgiving meal the day of Thanksgiving. So we will simply be putting our meal together for the family, and then whatever we got our extra. We got green beans, and we're making a lot of stuff. It's only 4 of us, so we're gonna go take some plates and drop some plates out to some people that's living outside on the road, and you know anybody that we see basically that need a meal, we're gonna give them a plate when we leave the house today. So we got smothered turkey. We got some smothered turkey legs, some smothered turkey wings. I got smoked turkey on because I put smoked turkey in my greens and my green beans. So these are smoked turkeys. Right here I have chicken legs, chicken gizzards, turkey necks, and turkey legs. I'm boiling all my poultry together in one big pot because it's all the same type of bird, and so you killing about 2 birds with 1 pot here. And I'm gonna get ready to season my water. So because I like to season my water and let all the seasoning marinate on the food. I got my oven on because I'm making homemade peach cobbler with the crust from scratch. I have not did this in over 10 years, y'all. I have not made my crust from scratch in over 10 years. So I bought me a dough roller last night, and I'm going to attempt to make my crust again. What else we have? Homemade mac and cheese, homemade dressing. We're gonna have the gravy for the gift. That's what my gizzards is for the giblet gravy and the dressing. I only put gizzards in my dressing. We don't put turkey and chicken and all that in the dressing because that's on the side. All batch of greens for us. So it just worked out. It didn't cost. Actually, my meal was like, it wasn't over. It was like 100 and maybe 115 because I bought my meat the day before. So when I went and got the rest of my stuff last night, I spent $76 on ingredients, and that's because I had my meats already the day before. So if I had to buy all the meat with it, it probably would have been like 120, and that's still not bad. So this is a very cost efficient meal. We're not going all out because we pretty much eat strict during the week anyway. So we didn't want to have a lot of food left over. I think Monday I'm about to start like a strict keto type deal and cut a bunch of carbs. You know, I'm not eating a lot of carbs, but the carbs I am eating, I'm going to stop that. So I'm going to get it all in the rest of this week, and then Monday I'm going to start me a strict low carb situation and attempt to try to let my body eat up some of this stomach fat. So I'm using complete seasoning. And this is a big pot, and so it's going to take a lot of seasoning to really get this flavorful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use all my complete seasoning. It's almost gone anyway. So what I'm doing, pretty much, I like to season my water when I'm boiling meat. I like to season my water because it actually makes a good stock for everything else, especially for Thanksgiving. If I'm just cooking a random meal for the house, then I season it just so the meat can be seasoned, and then I add a little bit more if it need when it's done. But for Thanksgiving meals, I like to have the water flavored because once the chicken cooks down, it makes a good homemade stock that I can pour over into my dressing. My smoked turkey makes a good stock for the greens, of course. That makes a very flavorful, smoky taste for the greens. So that's why I use that, and I put that in my green beans too. So, yeah, let's finish seasoning. So we're going to put some basil. And this is all the stuff that I will be putting in my dressing too, like basil, oregano. I think my thyme in the other cabinet. And it don't take a lot of these herbs. And then I have some celery salt here. It's going to be good in the dressing. got some Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Perfect seasoning by Goya. Adobo by Goya. I'm gonna come out with my own spice line eventually, so y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all, when I made my very first dressing over 10 years ago, 2/3 cup of milk, and because I used 2 packs, I'm gonna double the 2/3. The stuffing mix don't go in until the cornbread is done. It goes back in for baking once the dressing is made up. Okay guys, so now we're about to start the ingredients for the crust of the peach cobbler. So we need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 2 cups. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Got a tablespoon? Yeah, 2 tablespoons. I got a big spoon here. You can use any kind of regular big spoon. One teaspoon of salt. Half a cup of flavored shortening. It doesn't have to be flavored. It doesn't have to be butter flavor. So that should be enough. 1 stick of cold butter. You want to get your butter mixed in, combined well, where it's like you don't want to smooth it out, but it needs to be in chunks. So I'm just breaking the butter up into chunks, like so, like that. Slowly put the water in. I just realized this was in the way. Gotta slowly put the water in and mix. And you're gonna fold it in. Fold it in until it's well combined. You wanna be gentle. Don't put your ice chunks in there. And you can always add more water after this if the dough is too dry, if the flour mixture is too dry. So we're gonna start with the half a cup and see how I do the dough. Do we have any, we don't have any plastic saran wrap, so give me a grocery bag because it's gonna have to go in the fridge for 30 minutes. For ice cubes to chill the water. We almost got the flour mixed in enough to where it's starting to look like dough. This does not have to come out perfect. It's just creating dough with water and flour and butter. You don't have to use the shortening like I did. Don't let real professional bakers or people that think they professional bakers scare you and intimidate you with learning as an amateur, because we all got to start somewhere with everything. So get in there, get you a good recipe that you want to try. You can go on Pinterest and Google, and of course YouTube, and look at you some easy amateur recipes for pie crust and biscuits and dough, and just go with it. That's how I started. That's what I do. Then when you learn and you see how easy it is, then you can start tweaking it to how you want to do it if you want to change up something, because you'll know what you want to change. So I have my dough here, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes and let it chill. Now I'm going to wipe up my mess with a towel, but I don't like leaving it like this just with a towel, because you got to understand what we dealing with. And even before we started dealing with y'all know who, this is what we should be doing when we clean up anyway. You never want to just use a dish rag and leave it like that. You can wipe up with a dish rag, but go back through with some paper towel and some bleach or some type of paper towel with some soap or antibacterial cleaner with your paper towel, and use the paper towel to finish wiping up the residue. It's okay to use your washcloth, but just go back and kind of sanitize with something. It don't have to be Clorox, it could be Lysol wipes, it could be bleach spray, it could be dishwashing liquid, but just use a wipe or a paper towel, so that sanitizes and wipes up the germs that are sitting on your surface, because those washcloths have a lot of germs in it from washing dishes and just all of that. That's why I like using these foil pans. Can you see this? Because it's non-stick. Just pull it up. You can even get the kids and the family involved. Y'all making a big dress in my dressing. I only use 2 packs because we such a small family. We still gonna have to get some of this away when I add my stuffing mix. I got this recipe from watching my aunt do it all these years, and so I just pretty much piggybacked off her and did what she did, because we all love her dressing. After I did it for the first time and messed mine up by using Jiffy cornbread. Whew, that was so funny. I had used Jiffy cornbread and we was like, why it got such a sweetness to it? Dressing ain't supposed to be sweet. I had to think about what I did, what I used. And I'm like, I used the damn Jiffy cornbread, come sweet. Never made that mistake again because I didn't like it. And remember, I cooked my gizzards. A lot of people like to use liver too. I'm not into liver. So you can use liver if that's your preference. But remember, I cooked my gizzards, my chicken legs, and my turkey legs, and my turkey necks together. I cooked all my poultry in one pot. We only got 4 eyes on the stove. I'm gonna go ahead and the turkey that came up in it, when I pulled out the gizzards, I'm gonna go and cut that up. It's breaking up by itself. I cooked all that meat in one pot, cooked all the poultry together, all getting done at the same time. I done took my turkey legs out, I done took my chicken legs out so I can debone them and put them in my rice casserole. And then the only thing that's still boiling is my turkey necks, because those do take a little longer than the legs. And then my turkey wings are still boiling for the greens and the green beans. Those need a little extra love because we got to get them falling off the bones for the vegetables, and we got to get those turkey necks where they damn near falling off the bone so we can smother them in some gravy and onions. Ooh, girl, I'm ready to eat. Ooh, this meal finna be good. Y'all, that's also what I wanted to tell you. I season the seasonings that you saw me use in that in the water for all the poultry and chicken. Child, when I tell you, I'm not gonna have to season my dressing or nothing at all. Like normally, like even last year, I would have to go back through when everything was done. Well, not when it was done, but like what we just did with the mixture. I normally have to go back through and do another layer of seasoning before I put the full pan of dressing in the oven to bake. This right here, I seasoned that water down so good, honey. I'm not gonna add now another piece of seasoning to this dressing because we don't want salty, we want flavor, right? And baby, she packed with flavor, you hear me? Packed with flavor, you hear me? So, to all my queens out there, all my fellow queens, if you're not making homemade dressing, homemade peach cobbler, and homemade mac and cheese, it don't have to be homemade baked mac and cheese, but we are baking ours for the sake of the holiday. But normally I just make me a homemade stovetop. Homemade stovetop mac and cheese ain't hard. Baked ain't even hard because it's just the same thing as stovetop, but baked with some cheese on the top. That's it, y'all. I feel like y'all be making, some people out there be making food seem like it's just so hard to put together. Depending on how, go ahead and mix your yolk up right where it's at. Bust that down. Normally I would just put it in a bowl or a cup and mix it. But break that yolk down. When I'm making it, like last year, I made a bigger dressing. So I had used 4 eggs. This one is way smaller than last year's. So I'm only using 2 eggs. You gotta put that wrist work in it. Make sure you got your egg combined well. Looks like it is. They just did a Starbucks run when they got us some cheese danishes and got me a mocha cafe coffee because I love mocha coffee. Mocha cold coffee, cold or iced. Frappes, all that. I prefer cold coffee over hot. And just to think, once I get all this in the oven to cook, I gotta go in there and braid my 11-year-old's hair for the day. I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not a professional in doing hair, but because I have 2 girls and I'm a woman, I had to learn how to do some styles because trying to get 2 kids' hair braided when times is hard just wasn't cutting it for me. So I sat down and watched me some YouTube videos years ago and sat there and learned how to braid my own kids' hair. So if all else fails, I can do them some braids, or I can do them some quick weaves, or I can do them some sew-ins. And then I'm not even good at all of that, but I do know how to make it look decent. Just like my makeup. I'm not trying to be an MUA, but I'm not gonna go pay nobody all the time neither. So I had to learn how to apply my makeup to where I can go out in public and look decent. The objective of the dressing is crispy on top and get down in here. Look at that, and moist in the middle. Look at that, moist.
Taste it.
And then we're gonna put our Ghibli gravy. We got gravy going on it. Can y'all see it? Is that good? Turkey necks and gravy done. Look at that. Okay. Huh?
Hungry.
No. Eat it with your meal.
Okay.
So basically what we're making is like a homemade barbecue sauce for the baked beans. That's all that sauce is on baked beans. It's just a few ingredients that you can make barbecue sauce. So far we got molasses, brown sugar, white sugar, ketchup, mustard, butter, and not homemade, but Texas grown honeycomb, organic honey in it. And I'm gonna pop it in the microwave. If you're doing barbecue sauce, do not warm your sauce up in the microwave. Cook it on the stove. It don't take that long, maybe 15-20 minutes, depending on how dark and creamy and thick you want it. You can drop some lemons and onions in it. Same thing for barbecue. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Okay.
Can y'all see from over there? This how that rice casserole is getting done. Yeah. See that? The rice thickening up.
It's not.
Huh? I did have to add some more water, so like I said before, no, I think I told a lie. I had went live a while ago when I was making the rice casserole. So y'all go watch that on everything that I put in my rice casserole. For the
That looks so satisfying.
what?
Like it's like look, it's like so cool. Satisfying.
So it's out the microwave now. I only put it in the microwave for about 3 minutes because I wanted all my sugar and butter to melt. Now let's taste it. That's a sauce. You can literally use what's in your kitchen. If you don't have brown sugar, use you some syrup. I know y'all got syrup. I'm throwing everything because I like to throw everything in my stuff when I know it's gonna taste good. Y'all got to make this sauce, man. I'm telling you. Use what you have if you don't feel like going to the store. I know y'all got some white sugar, some ketchup, some mustard. Everybody might not have molasses, so you don't even have to use molasses. But I'm telling you, if you use all this or you use what you have and kind of just remix it, it's going to be good. This is good, okay? Let's put it on the beans so we can put these beans in the oven. Chicken bouillon.
Bless you.
Paprika. Onion powder. Season salt.
I'm seeing how to edit like the video, like movie people be doing it. They have to hold the mic over people.
I like to add the cheese while the noodles are still hot. The paprika give it a little red smoky color. With some Gouda. Break that Gouda up in there. Excuse me, because when you put it in the oven, gonna melt. I put the cream cheese by the stove so it would just do like this. Make sure your cream cheese is room temperature so you don't have to fight with it. Uh-oh. Get out of it. Once again, I'm not using milk because look what I'm using, cream cheese. Cream cheese is another milk product. So I'm not gonna, I use water to loosen it because once it go in the oven, like we said earlier, everything you put in the oven gets dried out, so you got to make sure your moisture is there. We don't want dry mac and cheese. We want the cheese melted across the top, but we still want it gooey on the inside, so that cream cheese is going to give it, oh yeah, it's seasoned. It's seasoned right there, boy. Only thing I need is a little bit of salt to wake the flavor up. Just drizzle a little bit of salt across the top. That's it. That'll wake up the cheese flavor and everything. See how it's still lumped up with cheese? So when it go in that oven, that's gonna melt real good. I'm finna put the rest of this Gouda in here. You don't have to use Gouda. I like the flavor that Gouda gives, so that's why I'm using it. Then you'll be surprised. You don't have to use this neither. I use a little bit of canned or jar Alfredo sauce for flavor and moisture. When I tell y'all, this gonna come out the oven so moisturized, you hear me? Just like you moisturize your skin, moisturize your mac and cheese. You don't want no dry baked mac and cheese. That's good. Mix that in. See why I don't use milk? Got Alfredo sauce. We got easy ragu. We got an easy jar of ragu Alfredo sauce. Didn't make homemade Alfredo sauce today because I'm making everything else homemade. Hell, I cut a corner right there. But you can make your Alfredo sauce homemade, Parmesan sauce homemade. We got Parmesan cheese, Gouda cheese. We got the mix with the yellow and Colby Jack mix. And we got a ragu Alfredo. Okay? It's seasoned down. You think it need more seasoning? No?
Probably when it come out.
It can't. It's going to have cheese on top.
Yeah.
Do it need more seasoning? Okay, she say it needs some more seasoning. But you still want to have flavor. I don't like my mac and cheese just straight up tasting like nothing but cheese.
Yeah, it should be good.
I'll be wanting some more. Something else. I'll be needing a little bit more flavor. That's it right there. See, it'll be that last little set of seasoning. Look at that. Can they see it? It'll be that last little set of seasoning that you'll need. That'll just be like, ooh, that's it right there, boy. That good right there, boy. And then you know. And see, look what I like right here. Can you get up? See my Gouda that I broke up? It's still in little squares, which I like for the simple fact when it melt, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? When it come out the oven and these little squares of Gouda melt, it's just gonna be, oh,
Show y'all when it's done.
gooey, gooey. Yes, indeed. I go and make, well, I go buy store-bought. When all you gotta do is buy you a small bag of pinto beans. Boil your beans down. Soak your beans first, so you can cut your cook time on them. Boil molasses, sugar, ketchup. Honey. Oh, my honeycomb's about to fall out. Look at that. Oh. Drop a little bit more butter everywhere. This Thanksgiving, so I'm going all out. I normally don't use this much butter. Well, I normally don't even bake mac and cheese for home meals. We use homemade stovetop. I still make it homemade, but it be stovetop. Still going across the top with some sharp cheddar. Ooh, these people know they finna eat good. See that there? Last but not least, presentation. My parsley make everything look refreshed and good. Now we finna put her in the oven.
Pick the fork up.
All right, now, Jerome. You take care of sugar. Okay, all right. You need to help with the plate.
Ready?
What's going on here? What you mean, let me into the house? You got all them goddamn plates. Put some of that shit back. No, nigga, this is Thanksgiving. I take all my fucking shit and leave. Put some of that shit back. Goddamn Jerome, motherfucker.
I'm recording.
Oh, that's cheesy and good and flavorful. Damn! Why my stomach have to be so small?
Let me taste it.
Man, I'm gonna have to eat one thing at a time. Just take my time today. Because after this bite, I'm full. Huh. I'm glad you told me. Do that one last round of seasoning, cause sometimes I just don't understand. Sometimes I just be amazed that this food even just come from my hands. I be amazed at my gift. Because this junk is good. I gotta stop. It's the last one. Flojo. It's the last one. It's the last one. The battles I have in my head. I'm gonna get y'all review. And then you could taste that sharp cheddar at the end. Because the sharp cheddar is up here at the top. So when you swallow it, and you get that taste back, that bite back. That's that sharp cheddar. Got cheese all on your hand. How was it? What, you got one of my shirts on? I like them shirts. I messed mine up, got bleach all over it. Now it's too big. Mine too big.
But, yeah, I give this a 10 because like you said, at the top you can taste the cheddar, and then the inside you can taste like all the cheese and like the seasoning, the extra batch of seasoning. Good.
Yeah, and then you taste that cheddar at the top. Yes. Y'all, look at her hair. I'm finna go finish it. Almost done. I ain't did nothing major or small because we gotta get ready to get out of here. I need to run to the beauty supply, which they probably closed because my intentions was to roller rod these with some roller, some of the small roller rods and had this crinkle. I mean, like Shirley Temple curl type. But I might not be able to go till tomorrow, so that's what it is. All right. Did I show y'all the greens?
This is addicting.
Girl, get out my mac and cheese. That's the greens.
You seasoned them?
Yeah. I like to season my greens before and after they come out. Because we got to layer the flavor. Layer the flavor. Girl, just stay trying to dig. Let me taste this. Let me taste this.
Yeah.
Let me taste it. That's all she want to do.
Oh, and y'all, her specialty to this is she add jalapeno. It's giving.
Girl, you crazy. Now we doing the filling for mine. Peach cobbler. I made a little bit of vanilla. A little bit of cornstarch. What else we need? Sugar.
And then you mix it, and then you put a
White sugar. Make sure that's on there. With two, drain my juice off the peaches before I put it in there. But I keep the juice on there now instead of taking that extra step. It's just too much. And then I like my peach cobbler to be moist too. So, and then that cornstarch.
down peach.
Oh, it already tastes like peach cobbler from the filling. Y'all, no. Let me make my food. Leave me alone. I was trying to taste every damn thing. Everything I pull out, she want to taste. Taste the damn peach cobbler when it's done. Oh, that's good.